Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Stae. This is Coloring Bliss, and today we're going to answer a very important question. What are the best budget color pencils on Amazon in 2024? Which set should you buy? So we get asked this question a lot. If I have less than 30 bucks to spend on a color pencil set, which set should you buy? And we decided it was time to really put in the research and do a battle between a bunch of very budget-friendly sets to find out which one we should recommend to you. Now, how did we pick these sets? There's 12 of them, and we had 3 main requirements for these sets of pencils. The first one, it had to be on Amazon. That's kind of obvious, but it's very important. Second, they needed to be under $30, and a lot of these sets are under $20, so very, very budget friendly. And the third requirement that I had was that I wanted the sets to have at least 72 pencils. Some of them have 120, but I wanted at least 72 because that should give you a good variety of colors. Now, I wanted to mention that this video is not sponsored. Steve and I did all of this shopping on Amazon with our own money so that we could be as impartial as possible and give you the best information for making this decision. Okay, so the very first thing we did was order all the pencils, get them all here in my art studio, and then the unboxing began, and that was a lot of fun. I got to see how all of them were packaged and really analyze each pencil. What was the core size? How long was the pencil? Do they have names and numbers on the pencils? All those things I was looking at during the unboxing, and then we started swatching, and that was a huge process. So let me roll the footage of all of this unboxing so you can see which 12 sets of pencils made it into this battle. So this first part of the battle was basically me unboxing and getting my first impression of each set. I measured each pencil to see if any were shorter than the others, which, spoiler, they're all about the same length, so that didn't really matter. I used my digital calipers to figure out what core size each pencil had. And I just wanted to see what the set came with. Some of them came with coloring books, some of them came with a canvas bag, some of them came in a terrible cardboard box. So I just wanted to get my first impressions, write them all down, and get ready for the swatching. And then came the swatching. Now that all the unboxing and swatching is done, it's time to start the testing. And I have a very first preliminary test I did because I wanted to fill the pencils back to back. So check this out. This is the head-to-head or back-to-back feel and use test. As I was thinking about tests I wanted to perform on these 12 pencils, I decided it would be really valuable to test each pencil right one after another, so that I could really compare the feel and the way that they perform without a lot of time in between each pencil. I hope that makes sense. For this test, we're going to be coloring in some spheres, and before I color each sphere, I'm sharpening the pencil so that we get as fair of a test as possible. Let's see how these spheres turn out. Now that the sphere test is done and I have my notes and a good first feel of all these pencils, it's time to take each set of pencils and put them through a worksheet. This worksheet has a bunch of steps on them, lots of different things to learn, so let me tell you how I did these worksheets. Now that all the swatching is done, let's move on to some more tests. Test number 2 is a 3-color blend, and I'm going to be following Jennifer's rule of blending thirds using yellow, orange, and red. This is a test of layering and blending to see how the colors come together and if we can get some beautiful transitions, and how difficult is it to get those beautiful transitions. If you'd like to learn more about blending, there's a link in the video description that can take you to a video where you can learn how to use Jennifer's rule of blending thirds in your own coloring. Test number 3 is a 2-color solvent blend. Basically, I'm going to see if I can create a beautiful green using odorless mineral spirits. So I'm using blue and yellow with a mix in between where I will apply the solvent to see how it comes out. For test number 4, I want to see how many crumbs are created when you're using these pencils. So there's a rectangle with 3 boxes. On the far left, I'm going to do light pressure. In the middle, I'll do medium pressure, and on the far right, I'll do heavy pressure using a blue-green pencil. This will let me see when does the crumbs start to appear. Is it at medium pressure, at heavy pressure, or not at all? In test number 5, I want to see how many layers I can create. So I have a nice long rectangle, and I'll be seeing at what point do I have to start leaning in with some medium pressure to create the layer difference, and I'll mark that on the number scale. And then at what point do I feel like I just can't get any more layers? Usually there's like a slick feeling, or I'm using the heaviest pressure I possibly can and nothing is changing. That's the point that I will also mark on that number scale. The final thing to do now is to give it a pencil score, and for that I'm going to write some final thoughts after all the testing I've completed, and then I'm going to look over the chart as a whole and take note of things like core size and what kind of packaging did it come in. Are the pencils legible? When I did the swatching, did I feel like there was a good balanced set of colors? How do they look on black? All those different things I'm going to take into account as we give the pencil score. And the pencil score is 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. Okay, all 12 sets are tested. It has been days of work. And now I'm so excited to give you the rank. All right, I'm going to show you who got 12 and show you their swatches in case you want to pause and look at the full set and see if you like the colors that are given. So number 12 was Shuttle Art, and it's a good value set. With only $17.99 for all 136 pencils. Now after that, in spot number 11 is Zenacolor, and they get you 72 pencils for only $18, and those are the swatches. Now let's see who got number 10. Hiforny, that's how I've decided to pronounce that brand. You get 72 pencils for $16, and there's the colors. And in spot number 9 is Soucolor. Again, that's how I've decided to pronounce it. You get 72 pencils for just $12. And look at all those beautiful colors. All right, now we're on to number 8, which is Crayola. I'm kind of surprised about Crayola. I thought it would come in higher because it has been a set that we've recommended in the past. But in this battle, it came in at 8th, and here are the colors that are in the Crayola set. Okay, now let's see who got number 7, Staedtler. And I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce that. And there's 72 sets for only $15. I mean 72 pencils. Okay, let's see who got number 6. We're getting up to the top now. We're halfway through. Place number 6 was Amazon Basics with their 72 set for $19 and some pennies. And there are the swatches for that set. Okay, rank number 5. Now we're getting into some really good sets. Some sets that I think anywhere from 5 up, you're going to be investing your money really well. So in number 5, you get 120 pencils from H&B, and it's in a canvas case. Look at all those beautiful colors. Very vivid. Okay, next up is number 4. Okay, this one I really don't know how to pronounce. iBayam. Steve and I have really discussed how to pronounce that one, but
I think they're trying to say iBayam.
And I say iBayam. So you comment below, which way do you think it should be pronounced? 120 pencils for $22, and that is what they look like. And I think it also came in a canvas case.
Yeah.
Now it's time to reveal our top 3. So in the third place, we have Kalour. Steve, will you grab the Kalour case for me? I want to show them what it looks like. So if you're really serious about purchasing and you want to see, this is what the case looks like. I've already unboxed it, so I won't show you too much. It does have a little pocket on the front, which I think is really handy for a swatch chart. And these are the pencils. They're really pretty pencils. They work well. It comes with a pencil sharpener, a little tutorial sheet, a little swatch chart. You know, it's a good little kit, and I like the case. The zipper works well, and the pencils feel good. In fact, I'm so intrigued by the Kalour line. I've put the huge 520 set into my Amazon shopping cart because I want to know, are those 520 pencils the same as this set right here? Because that's pretty cool. Yeah. 520 pencils. That's incredible. So what else did we like about the Kalour? We feel like it was the best value under $20. So if you only have $20 to spend, I'd send you to the Kalour because that's a really good value. You get a case. And sometimes when I've purchased cases, the case alone is $20 or more. So it's almost like getting these really good pencils for free. So that's really cool. They got 3rd in best color balance. That means that they have a really good selection of pencils. Steve went through and looked at them as far as, do they have a good light, medium, and dark for every color on the color wheel? Do they have some colors that would make good skin tones? Did they include any grays? Do they have anything special? Like these ones have a row of metallics.
That actually look metallic.
Yeah, when you move them in the light, they have some sheen, not a huge amount, but color pencil, metallic pencils are usually a little disappointing. I've never run into one that is spectacularly shiny like a gel pen. And then, of course, it comes in that canvas case that I showed you. So that makes it a really good value for just $20. So I highly recommend Kalour. Look at, it says average crumbs, beautiful blend. There's the scores in case you're interested. And like I said, we're going to have a blog post with all of these listed there. So if you really want to go in and see every note, like I have the country of origin on every pencil, all of that will be on the blog. So we don't need to do that here. All right, let's talk about who got rank number 2. This is S.J. Starjoy. Steve, will you grab that set for me? S.J. Starjoy Gold Edition has been out for a while. And one of the things that they did a lot of work on in this set is to put them into an order. In fact, they're numerically in order, and they put them into blending trios, is I believe what they call them. So you get a nice little pamphlet that explains the blending trios right back here. So you get 1, 2, and 3 have an R on them, and they're reds. So that's these 3 right here. And then they go into the orange reds, the red oranges, so on, all the way through the whole color wheel. And then you get some jewel tones, some pastels, some skin tones, some color correctors, and you get a full grayscale. There's 120 pencils in this set. And there's a few things I didn't like about them. For instance, some of them, the printing on the pencils was already starting to rub off or didn't get printed correctly. That's being picky. I'm just telling you some picky things about them. There were a few off-centered pencils, so that's a little quality control issues there, but nothing that made me feel like, you know, this set isn't worth your money. I still think it's a really good set. As far as other things to keep in mind about Starjoy, there are 120 pencils, like I said, so this is the best ranking set with 120 colors. So if you don't feel like 72 is enough and you want to bump it up to 120, then this is the set I would recommend as the best 120 set. It got second best for layering. Look, I got 4 layers of light pressure, and then on the 5th layer I had to use medium pressure, and the 6th layer heavy pressure. So it did really good with lots of layers. And then, like I said, it had a good color balance, one of the best that Steve thought, right? Didn't you think it was the best?
I thought it was the best, yeah.
I think we've talked about number 2. Let's reveal number 1. Artisto! Dun, 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 dun. That's the winner, rank number 1. They come with 72 pencils, and these are some beautiful pencils. Will you grab the set while we look at the swatch chart here? Look how vivid and pigmented the colors are.
This was just like a total shock. I mean, this wasn't even on our radar, right?
I didn't even know about Artisto.
It just came up in the Amazon.
Yeah, as we were shopping, here comes this brand. They don't have a bigger set than 72. So, Artisto, if you are listening, we are ready for your big sets. We want 120, 240, 520 colors from you, because these are some really good, vivid, pigmented pencils. Steve really liked the color balance on Artisto as well. Look at the pretty skin tones and grays they've included. I mean, it's just really pretty, and the white was really spectacular too. Really good white color pencil. I'll let you take a peek. One of my, if I'm going to be picky, which you guys watch my channel because you know I'll be picky and honest, one of the things I don't like about these pencils is the writing. But, you know, even like the polychromos have done this to us. They used the metallic writing, and they do it so teeny tiny. And then to make things a little bit worse on these pencils, they've used sort of a script type font rather than a really clean, like Arial type font. I just want my numbers big, and I want them plain written, maybe in black. I don't know. I don't know what they can do, but I think they could have done a little bit better. But having said that, when I first opened up this case, they were all laying beautifully with their names and numbers facing up. And I think it's because it's a hex pencil. But did they like stop and take the time to do that? Roll all the pencils so that they came out face up? Like, I was so pleased and excited when I opened these up and saw these beautiful pencils with all their color names facing me, ready for swatching. That made me so happy. Now, despite me being very picky about the script writing on the pencil and the shiny metallic print, I do want to say that I think these were the prettiest pencils out of all the 12 sets. I like the hex more than I thought I would. I like the little gold band at the bottom. It's just a really pretty pencil. When you sharpen them up, you get that pretty little white that peeks out underneath the paint. It's just a pretty fun experience using these pencils. And of course, it comes with a brochure of all their other products, which I've never bought anything from Artisto. Like I said, we need a bigger set of pencils, Artisto, because I think I would buy them. Here's some techniques, a little technique brochure, and it came with a swatch chart with all the color names and numbers. So it's a good little tin. I wish it was bigger set, and I wish it was in a canvas case. So that's the second thing, Artisto. Give us a beautiful canvas case. And boy, you'll beat everybody out with that kind of offering. That would be amazing. All right, so we talked about the color balance from the swatch chart. We talked about the pretty pencil with the hex shape and the beautiful gold on it, which I wish was bigger printing, but we're just being picky. And finally is performance. These performed the best. When I did the sphere test, when I did the swatching, when I did this worksheet, I just felt right away that the Artisto was something special in my hand. Now, I need to mention that they were higher than this cost, and we got a coupon. So watch for a coupon when you order. I think it was a 30% off coupon. I think it was $29.99 was the regular price. Right. So it still comes in under $30. So it still met our requirements even at full price. But with the 30% off coupon, it popped it down to $20.99, which almost makes it a $20 set of color pencils. So watch for a coupon. That's my advice to you as you're shopping Artisto. All right, we have 2 honorary mentions that we want to talk about because we think they're really a good value. And 4th place, we have iBayam. And this is what the case looks like. It's a huge case. You get 120 pencils in this case, if I can get the sleeve off. There we go. I'll give you a little peek inside. So because they are 120 pencils, you get a full sketchbook, you get a coloring book, and you get a case. It's just a really good value, and we wanted to mention it as an honorary mention, as one that, you know, if you're just around $20, this one is $22.24. I highly recommend it. And it got 4th place in performance, so they performed well. Pretty colors in their set. It would be a good thing for you to purchase. Now, the second honorary mention is our 5th place contestant, H&B, and it came with a coloring book, so you can get started coloring right away, and a really nice case with a handle. And lets you have a peek inside. And you get 120 pencils here with a pencil sharpener and an eraser. I didn't test either one, so I can't speak to the quality of those, but it was very thoughtful of them to include it. It's a really good set. They're beautiful pencils and they're printed really well. Yeah, it's another great place for you to spend your money, so we wanted to give it an honorary mention at just $24.99. All right, now you know Artisto is the winner of the best budget color pencil on Amazon in 2024. So if you're looking for a good value and you want to invest your money wisely, that's where I would recommend you go. If you found any value as you were watching this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'm really working towards that 100,000 subscribers and would love your help. Thanks for watching. Thanks for enjoying all the beautiful color pencils with me. And I hope you have a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Bye, everyone.